guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tracy Huisen and I recently started a YouTube channel where I just share my experiences, and hopefully by sharing this you guys find motivation or something that you can relate to, and I hope you find joy in watching, and hope it adds value to your life. So my cousins usually review my videos, and my one cousin is telling me that when I start a video I have to kind of give a breakdown of who I am and what I do, which was that. And I have lovely family and friends that just support me, so they always review my stuff. However, that's not how I start my video. So let's start again. Hi Jamie and everyone who's found my channel. Welcome to another episode. Today's episode is finding joy in the mundane. I recently experienced something with my grand this weekend, and I found it fitting. And then I recalled I had it in my journal from years ago where I found a spark, and I thought I should share the spark with you guys, especially if you're a mom or just a lady who constantly has a busy schedule, and hopefully this adds value to your space. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so basically finding joy in the mundane tasks is just finding joy in things you do every single day, especially things that are repetitive. I recently, or at the time, Joyce Myers would speak about finding joy in the mundane. So she would speak about the fact that we don't have to do anything necessarily, but that we get to do it. So at that point I realized it's not just about doing things to get it done, but it's finding purpose and meaning behind the fact that we get to do these things, right? Sounds excessive, but I think in the generation we are in now, or just rather the fact that we're so woke, we're in a space or an environment where people are constantly having an attitude of gratitude. We're finding purpose behind what we do. We're questioning everything. So I think that this is not something that I'm sharing that might be new. I think everyone can relate to this. So having an attitude of gratitude. So I'm grateful that I get to pick up my kids' clothes, or I'm grateful that I get to do washing because I have washing to do, or I'm grateful I have dishes, in my sink, or I'm grateful that I get to choose a meal to cook, or my best one, I'm grateful that I get to go to the store and choose something comfortably without having to count or worry about if I go to the store, what can I choose, because I have to choose like bread or milk. I get to get both, The mind shift was then rather that I'm so, blessed to maintain the lifestyle that I have, and I'm so blessed to be able to be in this position where I have an opportunity to do things for my family. What sparked this is that I won't necessarily say we were living for the weekend or for holidays, but I was always finding myself frustrated. Like I would rush home from work, rush to cook, rush to get the plates on the table, rush the kids to eat, rush for bath time, rush for bedtime, and then as soon as they were sleeping and there was like silence, I'd sit there and I'd miss them, or I'd talk to my husband about them, and I was like, this cannot obviously be the way. I cannot be rushing through every day. And then when Joy spoke about, being grateful, I just had a mind shift, and I was like, okay, how do I then do this? So I found these are my kids' memories, these are my memories, my husband's memories. Obviously, if I'm constantly rushing, I'm creating a spirit of rush in my family. If I'm constantly wanting to get things done, I'm just getting my life done, and then years will pass and all I've done was dunning, And I had to sit back and think, okay, what do I do where I can make the daily repetitive stuff something that is more than just getting it done, but also incorporate a space where I'm not overstimulated, because I know, and I don't know if you can relate as moms, if I don't get something done now, I'm just gonna have to do it later. There was also then a connection, and it's so funny when you find yourself constantly in the word that everything connects, right? So I'm reading this Joyce Myers book, and then I have a sermon on YouTube the one day, and I'm just gonna go through it. I can hear my little woman coming here. And it was a sermon, I'll get the sermon name, and it speaks about, what do you want from this life, and what do you want from today? And it just speaks about the fact that 40% is, it's habits, so something we're doing all the time, and then 90% of our thoughts. And it speaks about, are you thinking about what you're thinking about? Is the intention behind your day? Do you have a goal, And I have this weekly goal with my family, and I actually, I've loaded on TikTok where we are intentional with our time. So we have a week where we just write down goals, whether it's like going to the gym, or whether we just want to express kindness this week, or patience, or joy. There's intention behind the week, but most importantly, we have a family statement or mission. So we created this family mission where, as a family, what do we want to present? What do we want to grow? What do we want to build as a family? Now there's intention behind our family, the way we treat each other in the home, the way we do activities in the home, and obviously how we treat each other, we express position, where we're paying attention to everything we do. It's a little bit easier now because, you know, my oldest one can do things with me, but I also started doing with my little one. I think I also got this chair recently. I didn't think I know I do, where she would stand with me when I do my meals and I do prep, so she's cutting with me. It doesn't always work, you know, but I can incorporate them into my day. So now I'm doing tasks with them, and now those are becoming memories. I'm cooking with the kids, or if I'm doing washing, I'm literally having my little one put the washing in the machine, even though it takes maybe 10 minutes longer, because I'm not rushing, you know. I'm doing these things because these things are creating memories, right? It sounds like I'm saying a lot. I hope it makes sense. It sounds like I'm saying a lot. I hope it makes sense. Also have intention behind our day. So when we get home, especially at night, how was your day? What was the best part about your day? And then obviously what's our intention for the next day? And it sounds like it's a lot to think about, but once you start, it becomes such a healthy habit, because now there's intention for our week. And for example, a few weeks ago, one thing was my husband wanted to clean the garage, I wanted to pack the drawers, and you know, my oldest wanted to pack her toys because it's her birthday and she has to pack all her toys to give old stuff away. And then you go through the week where you're like, okay, I have purpose for the week. And then other things you want to share as well, like I want to be a light, especially with the kids. I want to be kind to everyone at school. I want to make someone smile. And then the things that you are doing start becoming memories, but then it also starts becoming who you are and what you represent. Now it sounds like a business plan, but I always say to my husband, and we agree on this, is we spend so much time at work having meetings about goals and intentions and what we want to do, what more for our family and for what we're doing at home. And I must say, since I've incorporated this, my perspective has changed, where I'm not saying I'm not tired, guys. I'm tired. As I'm sitting here, I'm really thinking about the fact that I must go make dinner. So I'm going to make a lazy dinner because last night I cooked. And it's not that I'm not tired, it's just that I'm not as overstimulated. I'm not as angry. So I've also created a calm energy. Why do you want the floor side? Thank you. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Thank you. What's sound doing?
Watching TV.
Okay, I hear the sound off. And
No, it's not on.
okay. And you know, my energy at home is better because as a mom, I take on the responsibility and I accept the responsibility that my energy is what my home, you know, it breathes energy of my home. So if I'm excited, my kids are happy. If I'm like agitated, then they agitated, or not agitated, but they like, you know, oh, mom's coming, whatever the case may be. And I think you can relate to that also as a mom growing up. When my mom came home from work, the first fear was, did I take out whatever she wants me to take out? And the second was, will we bathed and ready for the evening? So yeah, I think what I want to really share is it's possible to do something repeatedly and it doesn't have to be boring. It's possible to do the mundane things and find joy in it, but also incorporate that in such a way that you are creating memories. It also sounds like a lot of work, but I think once we change our mind shift, it just becomes lighter, and you don't always get it right. I don't always get it right. There are moments where I do in the back of my mind be like, okay, I just have to get to bath time. But what I found was this perspective is that when the kids are going to bed, I don't find myself necessarily missing them or watching them sleep because I've had a full day with them, you know. And then I get to go and watch Love is Blind, or I sit with my husband and I chill because I'm not thinking of, oh, I shouldn't have yelled at them. Or, and that's what moments I was having guilt where I'm like, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, the conversation wasn't that bad. Or when my little one asked me for something, I didn't have to lash out because it was a reasonable question, because now I'm calmer, there's more intention behind my actions, and it just sets a better like energy, you know. So yeah, I suppose I just wanted to share that, and you know, just really, mama bears or anyone who finds my channel, offer yourself grace, have intention, don't be scared to be excessive. It sounds like I obviously have this mission statement and I have this like soldier way of doing it. I don't know if it sounds that way, but as I speak, I'm assuming it could be perceived as that. But I find over the years of just constantly studying the word and obviously watching things and reading books and just, you know, getting better at understanding life, this is the one thing I can honestly say I enjoy the most of the stuff that I've learned, is finding joy, having gratitude. And when I find myself tired, I just remind myself that, one, there's someone out there, you know, praying for something I have. Two, I was once someone praying for what I have. And then obviously I'm grateful that I get to do this because I don't have to. You know, life will move on if I don't do things. I don't have to do the washing. I don't have to cook for my kids. I can make them sandwiches every night, but I get to do it, and I do it with full heart. I'm making butter chicken from scratch. I'm making prawn curries. I mean, I'm doing it because I love them, and it brings me joy, and then it brings them joy. So anyway, let me not mumble too much. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you liked listening to this, and I hope you can relate to it. Have a lovely week.